Hello everyone! Happy New Year and welcome back to the Will the Reaper channel. In today's video, I'm going to try to be determining what the New Year's resolution of each Clash Royale card would be. So I have perfect resolution, decent resolution, and bad resolution to kind of gauge how accurate my guesses would be. And the things that are excluded from this are any inanimate objects because they can't think, you know what I mean? For example, like the flying machine and Sparky, like they were built, you know what I mean? So maybe the builder would have a resolution, but I'm only discussing about the cards themselves, which would be alive, animate objects. And then also I'm going to be excluding Evos and heroes just for simplicity's sake. So let's get down to it. Skeletons, I think I have a hard time determining what the skeletons' New Year's resolution would be. I think honestly, I think it would just be to explore. Right, skeletons are very curious creatures. I think they would just want to see what more the Clash Royale Kingdom has in store for them. I think that's a decent resolution because they are very curious. But I'm not too sure. Bomber, I think Bomber would be to. I think Bomber's New Year's resolution would probably be to build bigger bombs or to have better throwing accuracy, or something along those lines. I'm not too sure. It is kind of difficult. I don't know too much about the Bomber. Goblins would be to get gold. So goblins and spear goblins, it would definitely be to get as much gold. Maybe overthrow the king, and become the new kings. Become the new positions of power. But yeah, they would definitely love to just plunder, pillage, and get gold as far as the basic goblins go. Knight, I think Knight would probably want to be upgraded to a prince. Maybe his resolution is like outperform the prince in strength and speed. That or maybe the Knight wants to become a golden Knight. Knight seems very prideful. Golden Knight's even more prideful. I think any ways to find power, speed, and earn praise throughout the kingdom would definitely be what the Knight would want. Archers, I think their resolution would probably be to just be better at archery, kind of like the bomber. Um, yeah, maybe the resolution is that they get perfect shots and can like one shot a giant. Gets them right in the cranium. That could be a pretty decent resolution. I don't really know too much about minions. I think similarly to goblins, they kind of just want to like cause destruction. I don't know what the minions' purpose is in the realm, but I assume that they just want to bring death and destruction to everything, which is a decent guess, I assume, given how upset they look in the picture. Barbarians, I think barbarians honestly just want to train, eat, and get stronger. I mean, that's basically all they do. They love having a good time, fighting and stuff. So I think the barbarians just want to keep fighting. That'd be their resolution. Minion horde, I'm just putting next to minions. They probably just want to cause chaos and destruction. Musketeer, I think Musketeer's similar to the archers. Probably want to do like a one shot, one kill, right? Maybe she crafts a better gun and has better bullets, and then she can like one shot a giant. But again, I don't know if that would be the best resolution. Valkyrie, I honestly don't know too much about what the Valkyrie would want. I think she'd be like similar to a barbarian, but I think instead of like fighting, she definitely want to train, right? She probably wants smarter tactics in her fighting instead of just swinging an axe around. Maybe she finds a new technique. But yeah, I'd say that's a decent guess. Hog Rider, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the Hog Rider's resolution would be. Because he loves exploring. He loves his hog, so maybe like he might want to find like armor for his hog or something like that. I don't know too sure. He seems very content with whatever he does. So whatever my guess would be decent. He seems like a very thankful guy, but I'm gonna say like maybe he just wants armor for his hog to protect his hog in battle. But yeah, that's the best guess I could give it. Mini P.E.K.K.A. Probably would want to make the perfect mix of pancakes. I think in the lore, the mini P.E.K.K.A. can actually make pancakes, but he's not going to be satisfied until he makes a perfect stack of pancakes. So yeah, just anything pancake related. To strive for eating or making pancakes. That's what the mini P.E.K.K.A. would want. Giant. You know what? I think the giant's resolution would probably be to go faster. Um, because he's an extremely slow guy, so maybe he takes up jogging or something like that. Um, yeah, I guess that'd be decent, right? Wizard would definitely be to like cast the perfect spell, right? Maybe expand his repertoire of spells. Um, Maybe he could summon necromancy like the witch, or he can, shoot ice just like the ice wizard, or electricity like the electro wizard. So I think expanding his knowledge would definitely be a perfect resolution. Skeleton army, I think similarly to the regular skeletons, they're probably just very curious guys. So yeah, I'd say just to explore more of the kingdom. Baby dragon, I don't really know what the baby dragon would want. Maybe his resolution is to become stronger or something. Um, I guess maybe don't burn the king by accident by spilling fire everywhere. Not too sure with this card. Which I think similar to the wizard. Maybe she wants to expand more with her spells. Maybe in addition to necromancy with the skeletons, she could also bring them back to their whole human form. So instead of skeletons, like actual like barbarians. Yeah, maybe she also wants to learn more necromancy or spell casting. So I think that'd be a perfect resolution. Prince wants to be the king. Most likely, or at least be a good son to the king, right? Because he can't be the king unless the king dies, and he definitely does not want that. So the prince's resolution would definitely be to just keep being himself, right? Keep doing jousting, keep training, keep being stronger, keep getting that glory and praise. Balloon, I think the balloon's resolution would probably be to, hmm, maybe find a way that like his balloon isn't so easily destroyed. I mean, I know it takes like archer shots and stuff like that to destroy the balloon, but I don't know, maybe kind of like the giant, find a way so it's not slow. Maybe the bomber could attach like a propeller on the back of the balloon to make it better. But yeah, I guess I don't know. That's my guess. Giant skeletons resolution. Find a different way to carry that bomb around. Maybe it's like a wheelbarrow, right? If you could put it in a wheelbarrow without it like exploding, that'd be the perfect resolution. He seems like he's always in pain from carrying that bomb around. P.E.K.K.A, similarly to Mini P.E.K.K.A, it would be butterfly related. So I think the P.E.K.K.A's perfect resolution for the new year is to capture every single butterfly and tend to a butterfly garden, and they mate, and she can have as many butterflies as she wants. So I think that'd be a perfect resolution. I don't really know what the golem would want. I can't tell if he's a chill guy or like a menace to society. I think the golem's resolution is to just like exist and I don't know, maybe break things. I have no clue. Um, Royal Giant, his resolution would probably be uh, maybe better accuracy or faster, trying to shoot faster because he does have a fairly slow recharge time. Perhaps he wants a promotion, something along those lines. I think finding ways to charge his cannon faster is a perfect resolution. Or maybe change his weapon or something. Musketeer, I'm putting next. Three Musketeers, I'm putting next to regular Musketeer. I think each one of them would want to get better at doing their job and like one-shotting a giant if they could. But anyway, Dark Prince. I forget. I kind of don't know what the Dark Prince does. Um, I know he protects the royal recruits. I know the royal recruits look up to him. So thank you for telling me that in the comments in a previous video. I think the Dark Prince would, I don't know, probably just protect the recruits and just chill. If I could guess, I don't know too much. Princess, find a prince. To find a lover, find a prince. It's every princess's dream. Not being sexist. Or find ways to make her arrows like one shot a giant, similarly to the archers. But yeah, let's have the princess find a prince that's not annoying like the little prince. Ice Wizard, I'm gonna put next to the Witch and Wizard. More spell casting, more knowledge. And upgrade in the ice spells. Fire Spirit, maybe find a way to like not explode if it jumps. Yeah. I don't know. That's a decent resolution, I guess, right? Because no one wants to die if they jump into something, accidentally touch something. So yeah. Furnace, I'm gonna say Furnace wants to find ways to make it so that its kids don't explode whenever they jump into things. Maybe the furnace grants armor or some kind of special gene in its like pool, I guess, to kind of make it so that the fire spirits don't just immediately die the second they jump into things. I don't know, decent resolution. Guards are definitely just serve the king, serve the kingdom, get promoted, keep being their goofy selves. I don't know, be curious, kind of like the skeletons. But besides regular skeletons, they do have official positions, and that would just be to keep doing the job. They seem like happy guys. Miners' New Year's resolution is to keep mining, keep doing what it loves. But I think, in addition, I think the miners secretly want to find the mighty miner. I think if the miners find the mighty miner, maybe get an autograph, they could brag to the other miners. I think that'd be the perfect resolution coming into 2026. Lava Hound, find a way to give birth to her children without dying. So that way she could spend time with her children. I think that'd be a perfect resolution. Ice Spirit, similarly to Fire Spirit, just find a way to like not die when you touch stuff. Bowler, I'm gonna put next to the Miner. Bowler, bowl a perfect score, get a 300. Maybe instead of a rock, the bowler could find like an actual bowling ball that's like, maybe a plastic bowling ball if he wants that. Maybe an official bowling ball. I forget what it's made out of. I bowl. I don't know what my bowling ball is made out of, but I know that for spare balls, you have plastic balls. So maybe the bowler finds a spare plastic ball or something like that. I don't know. Either bowl 300 or find a genuine bowling ball would be a perfect resolution for the bowler. Now, Lumberjack. Lumberjack's resolution is to be sober. We need to have an intervention with the Lumberjack. Tell him to stop drinking that lean, that elixir. Be sober if you can. That'd be a perfect resolution. I don't know if the Lumberjack would want to strive to do that, but I think that'd be perfect. Yeah. Snow Golem, I don't know. Maybe just not melt in the summer. Try to find a way to not melt, I guess. Yeah, that's not good. I'm putting that in bad match. I have no clue. Mega Minion, I'm going to put next to the regular minions. I'm going to say he just wants to cause destruction, I guess. Inferno Dragon. I'm going to put next to Baby Dragon. I guess to like maybe serve the king, right? If the Inferno Dragon's like an older, more mature baby dragon, right, that has like a much more powerful beam. Maybe the Inferno Dragon just wants to serve the king. Elite Barbarians, same thing as regular barbarians. They probably just want to fight, train, eat, and that's it. They'd be happy with that, become stronger. Electro Wizard, I'm gonna put next to the three wizards in which just expand your knowledge of spells, maybe find new spells. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Goblin Gang, I'm playing next to the goblins, because they'd all just love to plunder and pillage and get an unfathomable amount of wealth and power. Perfect resolution. I don't know what the Dark Goblin wants. I assume the Dark Goblin fight alongside and pillage with the other goblins. I don't really know, so maybe it's gold. That's a bit of a gamble. So if the Dark Goblin has a mentality of like the main goblins, right? The basic goblins, that'd be perfect, but I don't want to gamble that, so decent resolution. Battering ram. Okay, battering ram's an inanimate object, sorry. Executioner. Probably to find the best axe, right? I mean, look at that shiny axe, that shiny blade. Maybe the executioner finds some that could just like literally chop off the head of a giant in one swing. That'd be a crazy, crazy power creep for the executioner. Bats, I guess bats would just be to like exist, right? I guess they'd want to find all the fruit and eat all the most delicious fruit ever, I guess. They're just bats. They'd just be like regular animals and they love eating. So I guess it'd be to find a bountiful feast of fruit. Heal Spirit, similarly to the regular spirits, try to find a way to not die. Bandit, next to goblins, they kind of have the same goal, just steal. So if the bandit gets an unfathomable amount of wealth, perfect. Night Witch, I don't know what the Night Witch would do, because it's not like she casts spell. Well, she can summon bats, but I don't know if that's a spell. Maybe she can start learning necromancy too. She can become a dual witch, one that can summon both skeletons and bats. That would be a cool resolution. Mega Knight's resolution to not be so hated. I think that'd be a perfect resolution to not be so hated. Try to find a way to not be such a mid-ladder menace and ruin everybody's day. He's scary, so yeah, maybe he could like actually be friends with the other cards and not be a loser. That'd be a perfect resolution. Hunter, Hunt the biggest thing. Maybe it's an electro giant. Maybe it's a whole lava hound. Maybe it's just a minion that he catches. But I think if he hunts a gigantic creature, maybe he's able to hunt a P.E.K.K.A. or something like that. That'd be crazy. Yeah, perfect resolution. Royal Ghost, find a way to become human again. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe go up to like the wizards and witches and ask if they can revive him, something like that. That'd be a perfect resolution. He's probably been alive for like 3,000 years, just haunting people. It must be pretty bad. So if he could become a human and rule the kingdom again, that'd be great. Magic Archer, I know he's part of the Forest Gang, so I'm gonna say just wants to pillage and get a bunch of gold. So just steal stuff. Rascals, same thing. They just want to get a bunch of gold and cause havoc. Royal Recruits, I think Royal Recruits want to maybe improve their job, right? I think they want to serve the king better. Maybe find better armor than just wood with metal straps on it. If they could get some of that, prince armor, that'd be great. So maybe they all want to seek a promotion. That'd be really good for a New Year's resolution. Royal Hogs, similarly to the bats, they're kind of just animals, so I guess they just want to eat a ton, right? Like how pigs normally are. Maybe serve the king, do a good job with that, but they really just want to eat. They could get as much food as possible, they'd be fine with that. Goblin Giant, probably to protect the goblins on its back. That'd be the perfect resolution, right? Make sure that the two goblins on its back do not get hurt or die at all or anything like that. Maybe he could help get gold, right? Make his goblins happy. So I think that'd be a perfect resolution. Protecting all the other goblins. Electro Dragon, I don't know, I guess just be like a good pet to the Electro Wizard or something like that. I'm gonna put that next to the Inferno Dragon. Yeah. Ram Rider, I don't know. I'm putting it in bad resolution. Because similarly to the Hog Rider, the Ram Rider probably just loves exploring and all sorts of stuff. Um, yeah, I really don't know. Maybe instead of a slingshot, she'd find a way to get her hands on like a bow and arrow or a musket or something like that. Because her rock does not do a lot of damage. So I'm gonna say decent resolution. Find a better weapon. Because really a slingshot with a rock might not be that good. I know the reason why it's effective for her is because it's light, right? And there's more mobility, so that the ram's not like there's not a lot of weight on the ram, but still like maybe a bow and arrow would be better instead of just a rock and a slingshot. Wall breakers, probably find a way to not explode the second they put the barrels down. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Diddy Cage, to escape the cage. I mean, that's the perfect resolution. Escape the cage, find your wife, right? Find your girlfriend. I think that's the whole reason why the goblin cage is in there in the first place, or the goblin is in the goblin cage. Escape it, bro. You got this. Fisherman, similarly to the hunter, find the biggest catch, find the biggest thing. I don't know if there's any aquatic creatures in Clash Royale, I kind of forget, but if there was, find a shark, find a whale or something. I don't know, that'd be pretty good. Elixir Golem, I have no clue what the Elixir Golem's intentions are. I'm just gonna be straight up honest. I don't know what you want as a New Year's resolution. Maybe not be so damn annoying. That'd be pretty good. Um, Maybe find a way to separate yourself from the battle healer. That's a perfect resolution for you, bud. Battle healer, I guess to heal as many things as possible. Be the best. Best. Be the best. What's it called? Aid. There we go. Be the best aid. Be the best medic. There we go. I was trying to find that. Be the best medic in all the kingdom. Heal as many people as possible. Perfect resolution. Firecracker. I don't know. Don't be so annoying. Have better target practice. I'm gonna put you next to the archers. Um, yeah. Skeleton dragons, kind of like the Inferno dragon and Electro dragon. I guess to just like serve whatever, protect whatever thing they're supposed to protect. I don't know what the skeleton dragon's purpose is in the kingdom, but I don't know. Actually, that's pretty bad. I have no clue who they even serve. Electro spirit, kind of like the other spirits, just find a way to not die when you like jump into something or touch something. Electro Giant, honestly, I think the Electro Giant just wants to party. Maybe Electro Giant can control its shock, so that way, like, if other cards are partying with it, it won't shock every single card and deal damage to it, because then he might ruin the party. So maybe find a way to not be constantly radiating electricity, but other than that, he just wants to party, man. I don't blame him. Mother Witch, I think Mother Witch wants to find a way to turn uh creatures and cards into things other than hogs. Maybe she can like turn them into like gold or bats or skeletons or literally anything else. So again, similarly to the other sorcerers and sorceresses, expand her knowledge. Maybe she can find a way to make it so that she can live to like 3,000 years because she's looking like she's knocking on heaven's doorstep. So um, Golden Knight, get as much praise as possible, become stronger, smarter, faster, more brilliant, get all the glory and love you could possibly ask for. Archer Queen, I'm going to say Archer Queen, in addition to training and being stronger, I'm going to say she wants to find the Barbarian King, right? Maybe she could find a way to, like, have the Barbarian King, like, enter the kingdom. Maybe the Archer Queen's dating the regular king, like the red and blue kings in Clash Royale. But realistically, we all know Archer Queen deserves to be with Barbarian King. Go find your true lover. You got this. Skeleton King, find a way to rule the overworld again. Find a way to become human again. That'd be very great. Just like the Royal Ghost, you're once a fallen king. Go find your regular human form. You got this. Mighty Miner, just mine as much as possible. Maybe inspire all the other miners, but yeah, just keep doing what you love, kind of like the bowler. I'm gonna put you next to the bowler. Just keep doing your hobby, do what you love. Phoenix, I don't know, keep rising from the ashes, I guess. Maybe the Phoenix can I have no clue. Just keep rising from the ashes, I guess. Oh, that's so bad. That is that's so bad. Monk, keep training, keep becoming stronger. You know, you've been training for probably like 1,000 years. Keep getting stronger, be the perfect fighter. You got this. Little Prince, just keep being a snob. I think realistically, based off Little Prince's trailer, I think the Little Prince wants to become the world's best fighter. And by fighter, you know, just rely on the Guardian for everything. So I think the Little Prince wants like power and strength and like recognition as a great fighter, when in reality he's just gonna be trying to find ways to implement his Guardian to every single fight. Goblin Berserker, I don't know, probably find a way to like not explode. Maybe he can find like a rocket or something that shoots firecrackers, and that way the second he takes a bit of damage, he doesn't run into something and end himself. Um, Goblin Machine, probably just keep tinkering, right? Find cooler machines, find cooler mechanisms to build, construct. Baby goblins are apparently very smart in the Clash Royale universe, so just keep on tinkering, buddy. I like the Goblins Tinker from Terraria. Goblin Stein and Goblin Stein's monster. Well, for the scientist of Goblin Stein, keep doing your crazy experiments, right? Find the coolest experiments to possibly do. And as for the monster, I don't know. Just serve and protect Goblin Stein. Yeah. Rune Giant, I don't know. Maybe find a way to actually like deal damage to things and to keep boosting other people, right? Keep doing what you love. But you have a huge hammer, like, I don't know, instead of just going straight after the tower, maybe like hit people that are hurting you. Berserker, I don't know. Berserker, maybe just go berserk. Perfect resolution, go berserk. Why not? No, that's a horrible thing. Go berserk, Berserker, I guess. Bandit is the queen of all criminals. She just wants unfathomable amount of power and wealth and all this other stuff. I don't know enough about the Spirit Empress. Maybe with the dragon, give a dragon armor. I don't know. I don't know enough about the card. And finally, the tower troops are all going to want promotions. You know, they've worked hard. Work your way up to a promotion. Kind of like my Christmas video about what they want on their wish list. Except each one of them has their own agenda. Maybe the tower troop princess wants to get a promotion by having the best and most accurate shot in all of Clash Royale. Cannoneer may find a way to like add like flames to your cannonball. Dagger Duchess, more power in her throws, right? Because she could go very fast and accurate, but needs a bit more oomph, right? So maybe she does push-ups or something. And lastly, Royal Chef, make the best food in all the land. But yeah, all four of them definitely want to work towards a promotion. Um, and then yeah, that's that's it. Because I'm excluding Evas and Heroes. So that is my definitive New Year's resolution tier list for Clash Royale cards. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and only if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, if you guys agree or disagree with this video, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I hope you all have a fantastic Wonderful January 1st, New Year's Day. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.